Do you remember the movie Robots? Well, today I have a massive collection of action figures from it that you probably forgot existed. So if you want to check out the collection with me, you want to stay tuned. Yo, what is happening, YouTube? It is your boy Deep Sea Beast, and I'm back again with another video. And guys, today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some really cool and nostalgic action figures, some really rare and really cool pieces here. I've been collecting this over the last little while, and some of these are my childhood toys themselves. It's a massive marketing campaign for this movie. You couldn't get away from it that summer. You had the Burger King toys along with all this stuff, play sets, action figures in large and small scale. We even had role play stuff. Had a big variety of stuff to pick from. The Chop Shop is a little bit harder to find, but we're going to be taking it out today and taking a look at it. I got it for a really good deal. I could justify it to take it out of the box, okay? It's like a sin in the collector community to take stuff out of the box, but on this one I'm going to. Usually these Rodneys in the box can get up to almost $100 a piece or more. I got the boxed one for a relatively good price, and the actual Rodney out of the box, I got him for $20. I find it as a justifiable deal to get this. Now we can take a look at it out of the box without having to open up the original packaging. But we're gonna go ahead and start with this larger Rodney before we get into the smaller stuff. We have our Build and Battle Rodney Copperbottom. This is the large action figure from the line. Before we get into the actual action figure, let's take a look at the package. I love window box packaging because you can see the figure inside of the package while it's still protected from outside elements. Now this figure's packaging is a little damaged. Got this for a really good deal. I didn't expect it to be completely mint. The Robots logo down here on the bottom. You've got this nice gear here, and you can see all the different parts that Rodney comes with. We're missing parts out of this package, this fin and this wheel-like piece. We've got 11 snap-on parts here, Build and Battle. Got a nice like JPEG picture of Rodney there on the side. Top of the packaging, it just says Robots. And on the very back of the box, you've got all this cool different stuff talking about the figure. And we're gonna get into this later in the review because we're gonna take off the actual cap part to Rodney's head. But then you've got an advertisement for all the different stuff that you can get in the play line. The Chop Shop, which we're going to be taking a look at later. I know that the 3.5-inch figures, if you got them all, was a Build-A-Figure line, so you could actually build Madam Gasket. Let's take a look at Rodney Copperbottom outside of the package. It's a very simple action figure. This figure has a very hard time standing for me because the joints are just... See, look at that. Anyway, but taking a look at this guy, it's actually very nice. It looks just like the movie. I know that these get very easily lost because these actually can come off. Just looking at the detail here is phenomenal. The head sculpt turned out very nice on this. You got a little bit of silver here on the actual dial for, I'm guessing, his ears. Gives it that metal scraping look. Actual metal piece connecting to the eyebrows, which was a fun touch in the movie. So you take the fin piece off on the head, push sort of here on the side. Really nervous because this plastic is like really brittle. Then you have to push in the eyes, and then you can see like this really cursed Rodney Copperbottom head. See the motherboard, like this antenna piece almost, and all these like parts and pieces sort of connecting the inside. Somebody let me know in the comments down below, like, does anybody know what all these little pieces are supposed to be? And just to simply attach this back, you kind of have to align the eyes, and on the back of the head, you just line everything up and snap it back on. Bottom of his neck, you can see all the holes in there. The actual chest, almost like he's steam powered. And I like how on each side is a mirrored reversed spot, which I think really fits the out mode design and works well for his character. Spring here is like a sort of plastic material. They did a very good job. These giant bolts here. These look good too. I mean, like, you can see the difference between the silver and the blue here. You got all these different holes, if you'll notice, across the figure for the attachment pieces to go. We're gonna go ahead and play with the articulation here. The head can just swivel. You can get a complete rotation around on the head. Shoulders can go up about that far. You get complete rotation here. You got a bend in the elbow, a swivel in the elbow, wrist articulation, but I wouldn't play with it too much considering this piece is designed to come off and it's very hard to get back on. You got a complete rotation here. This does not go up and down which is kind of a shame. You can get the leg to go all the way around. Leg can kick up. You got a bend in the knee, foot articulation. Go ahead and take a look at the function that it does advertise. Like an interchangeable parts action figure. It's kind of like the main gimmick here. We'll start with this chest piece. You got these big old feet pieces. Smaller attachment is meant to go on the spring side. The bigger one is meant to go on this side. Bite guard looking piece here. You can attach that to his face. Gauntlet pieces. And then you can attach this really anywhere. Now he has this giant like rubber robot hand sort of piece. So you can take this off. Got like this giant fist. So he's kind of like Hellboy in a sense. He never did this in the movie, but it's just kind of cool that you can do that with the action figures. It doesn't really hinder the articulation either, but the parts do fall off sometimes. So just keep that in mind, especially the chest piece. Realize taking this piece off, this rubber scratches the crap out of the actual wrist gauntlet. Rodney's height, he stands at just about 13 inches tall. I want to compare the big Rodney to the other two Rodneys available at the time. You had the 7-inch scale Rodney and the 3.5-inch scale Rodney. Here he is standing next to the Disney Adventures Tarzan. This guy's around the 12-inch scale, so you can kind of get the idea. Next up, we have my deluxe Agent J action figure. Just for fun, because this would have been on shelves around the same time period, we have Ben Grimm from the Fantastic Four movie with Michael Chiklis as the thing. One of my newer large-scale figures. This is the deluxe monster catnap action figure from Fat Mojo. And all the figures that you see that I compared him to here, I have also done reviews for, and they'll be in the description down below. I also want to compare him to the Marvel Select comic book version of the Incredible Hulk. It's a meme on this channel at this point, and anybody that's been around for a long time knows this one was coming. Overall, I think this is a very nice action figure. I do think the parts gimmick is very fun for what it is. I don't think most people are going to display him with this. It doesn't scale well with 12 inches, so in my collection, he's going to stick out a little bit. Honestly, great trip down memory lane. I've had a lot of fun doing this one, but I would personally skip this unless you just really want a giant Rodney in your collection. Now we are taking a look at the 7-inch scale Rodney Copperbottom. Freaking loved this figure growing up. I played with this thing all the time. Paint chipping off on this guy. He's 20 years old. This movie came out in 05. Oh my God, I'm old.
Why are you so old?
The face sculpt they did pretty good with. Like, you can definitely see Rodney Copperbottom is my childhood action figure. So Rodney has seen his better days. See, my granddad fixed this and still left the movement as it was on the original figure. You have actual metal feet here. Magnetize this if you wanted to, so you could like hang the stuff. It does have a lot less detail because it is smaller. You can actually spring this. The metal brushing here, the giant screw bolt holes there. But for Rodney's articulation, more straightforward. You got a simple swivel here. The head can go up and down. It's on like a slight ball joint. Shoulders can go up, completely rotate, one single bend at the elbow, nothing in the hands. The actual waist can turn. The leg can go all the way around if you want it to. It can kick out. And you got a bend in the knee and a bend at the foot. I think my granddad actually used an old paintbrush or something to fix this. My Rodney isn't exactly like it was when it was fresh out of the box, but I think this adds to his character a little bit. I used to pretend that Rodney like hurt his leg, couldn't get upgrades, so he fixed it. So if you take a look here, Rodney stands right at 6.5 to 7 inches. This is the 7-inch Rodney compared to the small scale 3.5-inch Rodney. Compare it to another Blue Sky action figure released by Mattel, Sid from Ice Age 2. Here is Rodney next to your standard Marvel Legends. We got Captain America from Age of Ultron. Put him next to the missing link here. I've done a Monsters vs. Aliens collection video. If you guys are interested, go check it out in the description down below. Next up, we got a Disney's Tarzan figure that Mulky Mars and I traded many years ago. Thank you, Mulky Mars. Animated movie character to put him next to, we have Thinkway Toys water shooting group. It's advertised he's supposed to be in the 7-inch scale. So here is a WWE Elite Triple H action figure. Lastly, we have the Marvel Select comic book version of the Incredible Hulk. I actually think that this was one of my favorite toys growing up. Very thankful for my grandfather because my granddad fixed him up when I was a kid, and he still holds up
20 years later. So thank you very much, Granddad, and we're going to move on now to the 3.5-inch scale figures. These figures are so much fun, and honestly, for the size that they are, they're pretty stinking detailed. You can see the face paint was a lot more simple here on Rodney. You can see they did very, very good detail for how small this figure is. I do like that it looks like he's got some oil running down on the blue paint there, so that looks very nice. See all the rusted metal paint there. It just looks so good. This one is missing a magnet, but it does have one. All of them had little magnets on there. As you can see, they pop apart because the gimmick was that you could swap parts with the other robots in the line. The actual face, like the eyes, I don't think look as good. She's kind of got like a goldfish thing going on. The robotic metal looking hair there. As you can see here, buns on the side of the head. They actually have the springs attached. She held her nose and those extended out. That's just really cool. I like how both arms are mismatched. And on this leg, how you've got different colors on each leg. Go over their articulation here. We've got a simple little ball joint in the head, a ball joint on the arm here, swivel around. Got pretty much just go forward and back on the legs there. A little bit more movement. She can rotate her head completely around. She can rotate the arms completely around. You got a ball joint in the legs, so you got a lot more movement. Let's move on to the sweeper, and then we'll open up the big package that you guys have been waiting for. This thing looks incredible, and the cool thing, you can push this open, and inside actually came with the Rodney that was exclusive to the set. It's just simply like the white sort of color that's on his face and like 2 different shades of blue. But anyway, as you can see, they did very well with the detail on this thing. Got all the blade looking pieces, and this is like a rubbery piece, so you're not going to hurt yourself, but I still wouldn't recommend trying to poke yourself with it. Dot eye looking piece. You got the fin up on the top, streamline that goes all the way down. It makes it look so polished and nice. This up on the back, and that's where you collect your figures from. You just simply close that back up. But I think this thing turned out very nice with the detail. It's got pretty simple articulation. These functions here on the back, so you can move them like this from back here. But you can bend the elbows, and here you can rotate it. Here on the back, you've got this lever that goes up and down. To get it to close, you pull it down. To get it open, pull it back up. So let's just do this other Rodney, and let's do Piper. Same time. Here on the back, you can open the lid and remove the robots. Very fun gimmick, very simple gimmick. Measuring this out, it stands at a little over 6 inches if you count the actual fin piece closer to 7.5. The length of this is around 6 inches. The arms alone are around 8 inches. Here he is next to the deluxe 3.75-inch scale Bumblebee from, well, the Bumblebee movie. Another large figure in the 3.75-inch scale, Raptor from Jurassic World. Lastly, we have the Marvel Select comic book version of the Incredible Hulk. Now we are on to the coolest piece in our robots collection, the Chop Shop playset. A lot of fun different gimmicks you got, but we are taking a mint inbox collectible out of the package.
How dare you!
Really good deal, because usually I've been finding these for about $80 or more. You got a Fender figure included. You've got some magnets here along the playset. Gaskets Chop Shop. Detail here. It's just really freaking cool, man. On the side here, you got a good picture of Fender. You control the action. These different pictures of the product being used. The top of the box says you control the action. Picture of the Chop Shop. On this side says you've got the stackable playset. So you put this on top of the Chop Shop playset, which is such a fun idea. Here on the back, you've got another picture of Madden Gasket's Chop Shop playset. Here you've got gear controls and all this, that, and the other. So without further ado, let's commit this atrocity and open this up. No longer mint, guys. All the collectors are crying right now.
Oh my god, just open it up. What are we gonna do?
Got all these different parts wrapped in here. Robots. My goodness. I haven't had a kid cuisine in almost 20 years. Read. Got Rodney Copperbottom and his friends. You've got like the different books that you could get. Advertising the video game. I remember the freaking game, dude. Speckly marked packages of Sunbeam products. When you're a kid, you throw this stuff away. The fact that this is still in pristine condition, still cool. All right, so let's fumble and try to figure this out together. My Guys, and here we have the Chop Shop all put together. We're going to take a look at Fender first, and then we'll look at this massive and super fun nostalgic playset. I think they did a pretty good job with this Fender figure. It's like a very shiny red color. Should have had like that rusty color. We're all turned out very good. I mean, like you can see the detail in there. You've got like the little bolts and stuff. He doesn't have any articulation. This is a very statue-esque figure. I think this turned out spectacular, and I'm super excited to take a look at the Chop Shop to go with them. This is honestly one of the coolest playsets I've ever had or even reviewed. It's beautiful, but gorgeous as in the paint detail, the sculpting work, all of it is just so much fun. As it advertises on the box, there is gear functions. Rotate this one here, and this one moves these guys up and down. There's another rotation device down here at the bottom. So if you just twist it, it catches there on that lever and then goes back down. So it's almost like it punches whatever's down there. The detailing on this is freaking phenomenal. Like you can see all of the gear, nuts and bolts sculpted in there and painted. This is freaking phenomenal. Especially for 2005 with a one-off movie tie-in product. Quite a few different functions. Supposed to have magnets on it, so you can see here Fender's feet is sticking in there. So they're magnetic there. A fun feature here, so you can take your robots and you can set them up on this top part. And they rotate and end up on that magnet immediately. So it's interchangeable. You can use any of the characters that's in this line. You can have, say like Ratchet up there or whoever. That way, when your hero goes to do their thing, twist it, and they would fall off. The fact that you can see the incinerator here, all this detail all through here. You got the conveyor belt here, and then this opens up. So if you just wanted to drop a robot straight down, you could. But this is a massive playset and a very fun playset. And it stands at about 12 inches tall. Put your sweeper robot in here. Here we have them standing next to a 3.75 inch scale figure. This playset you could probably use with other 3.75 inch figures. Here we have them next to my Indiana Jones, Superman, and my 3.75 inch Maui. Lastly, we have the Marvel Select comic book version of the Incredible Hulk. Guys, this has been a look at my robots movie action figure collection from Mattel. I think that Mattel did an outstanding freaking job on this line. I think this was a fun action figure line. I know I loved it as a kid, and I know that a lot of cool things came from it. It's got mix and match action figures, small figures, play sets. It was a fun film. I think it's an underrated film. Glad to have this in my collection now. If you guys stuck around this long, I really appreciate it.
That has been my collection haul for the Robots film from 2005. I very much enjoyed doing this video. These are so much fun. I want to say thank you to all of you guys. Since I've changed from reaction videos to toy videos, I've gotten major support from you guys. I still might do reactions from time to time, but I'm primarily going to focus on my collection because it's what makes me happy. You guys have like a specific thing you want me to try collection haul video with, like SpongeBob, Godzilla, whatever that might be. Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoy toy videos like this one, I will pop a link in the description down below so you can go check out the massive playlist of all my action figure and toy reviews. If you guys enjoy retro action figures or just toys in general, you're going to definitely love them. We post 4 shorts a week, and we post 2 big videos the first Friday and the last Friday of each month at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Want to surf in that subscribe button, wave in for notifications, and stay tuned for more buried treasure. With that being said, it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, and remember, you can shine no matter what you're made of. Catch you on the coast side, guys. Woo!